Hello friends, today we will discuss the first question of day 8. The name of the question is digit sum of all digits in n. Here the statement is given as the labels on a trader's boxes display a large number integer. The trader wants to label the boxes with a single digit ranging from 1 to 9. He decides to perform digit sum on this large number continuously till he gets a single digit number. Noted that in mathematics, the digit sum of a given integer is the sum of all its digits. For example, the digit sum of 84001 is calculated as sum of all the digits equal to 13. The digit sum of again 13 is 1 plus 3 equal to 4. Here question is given that write a function or method that takes as input a large number and returns a single digit by performing continuous digit sum on this number. Here we have to write a function that will take a large number as input and it will return a single digit by performing continuous digit sum. And on the resulting numbers also till the resulting number is a single digit number in the range from 1 to 9. Here example is given that your first example is if the large number whose single digit sum is to be found is 976592, the process is as follows. Here we have to add all the digits present in 976592. After that the result will be 38. After that we will again perform the addition operation on 38, means 3 plus 8 equal to 11. Now we will add both the digits of 11. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Here we got single digit. Thus the single digit sum for the number 976592 is 2. Similarly, the second example is if the large number whose single digit sum is to be found is minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the answer would be minus 3. We will solve this problem in Dev C++ application. Before solving this, I request you to subscribe our channel for more these types of questions and solutions. Let's start. Now press Ctrl N for new tab. At first we will write the program. After that, I will explain to you how it works. At first we will include the header file, which is #include stdio.h. After that, we will declare function, let's say digit sum, and we will pass one formal argument as input, that is input 1. After that we will declare some variable, that is remainder and sum. Now we will take while loop. While input 1 divided by 10 is not equal to 0, we will continue the loop. After that sum becomes 0. Now we will again take while loop. While input 1 is not equal to 0, we will continue the loop. Now we will perform some operations for digit sum. Say remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. Now sum equal to sum plus remainder. After that input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. Now we will come out of the loop, and now input 1 we will store some value to input 1. So input 1 equal to sum. Let's close while loop. After that we will return the sum. Now we will write the main function int main, and we will declare one variable, that is number, and we will take the input from user. Let's say enter the number, and we will read it from keyboard %d, ampersand number. After that we will call the function %d, and here our function name is digit sum. So here digit sum, and we will pass the number, and at last get ch to hold the screen. Now close. Now by pressing Ctrl S, we will save the program. Let's give the name digit sum, digit sum.c, and we will select all files. Let's save. Now we will execute the program. Execute, and we will compile and run. Let's give input as 1, 2, 3. Here we got 6 because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. It is already in single digit. Let's check for another input. Let's say minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it should return minus 3 because in the question given that minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it should be written minus 3. So press enter. Here we can see that it returns minus 3. So it's correct. Let's check for another input. Compile and run. Let's give 84001. Here we can see that 8 plus 4 plus 1 equal to 13 and 1 plus 3 equal to 4. So it should return 4. Here we can see that it returns 4. So it's correct. Now we will see how it works. At first we have taken one input. Let's say input 1. So here input 1. Let's say we will take 4, 4, 4. So here 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal to 12, and again 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So our program should return 3. Let's check. After that we have declared two variables, that is remainder and sum. So here remainder and sum. While input 1 divided by 10 is not equal to 0. Here 444 divided by 10 is not equal to 0. Our condition is true. So sum equal to 0. So sum becomes 0. And again we will check the condition. While input 1 is not equal to 0. Here 444 is not equal to 0. So our condition is true. So we will perform these operations. So remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. So here 444 modulus 10 equal to 4. So here remainder has updated to 4. Now again sum equal to sum plus remainder. So here 0 plus 4 equal to 4. So sum becomes 4. Now again input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. So here input 1 becomes 44. After that we will again check the condition. Input 1 is not equal to 0. Here input 1 is not equal to 0, 44 is not equal to 0. So again we will perform the operation. Here remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. So here again 44 modulus 10. It becomes 4. Now sum equal to sum plus remainder. Here again 4 plus 4 equal to 8. Now input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. So here input 1 becomes 4. Now again we will check the condition. Input 1 is not equal to 0. Our condition is true. So remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. So 4 modulus 10. Remainder becomes again 4. After that sum equal to sum plus remainder. Here 8 plus 4 equal to 12. So sum becomes 12. Now again input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. So here 4 divided by 10, it becomes 0. Now input 1 is not equal to 0. Here input 1 equal to 0. So our condition is false. We will come out of the loop. And again we will store the value of sum to input 1. So here our sum value is 12. So it will store in input 1. So here input 1 becomes now 12. After that we will again check the condition. While input 1 divided by 10 is not equal to 0. Here 12 is not equal to 0. So sum becomes 0. Here sum becomes 0. Now while input 1 is not equal to 0. Here 12 is not equal to 0. We will perform these operations. Remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. So 12 modulus 10. So here remainder will be updated to 2. Again sum equal to sum plus remainder. Yet 0 plus 2. Sum becomes now 2. After that, input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. So here 12 input 1 becomes now 1. After that, we will again check the condition. Here input 1 is not equal to 0, condition is true. So remainder equal to input 1 modulus 10. So here remainder becomes now 1. And after that, sum equal to sum plus remainder. So here sum becomes 2 plus 1, that is 3. Now again input 1 equal to input 1 divided by 10. So here 1 divided by 10 is 0. So we will check the condition. Again input 1 is not equal to 0. Here input 1 is 0. So our condition is false. We will come out of the loop. Now here we have value 3 which is stored in the sum. So now input 1 becomes 3. Now here we will check the condition. While input 1 divided by 10 is not equal to 0. Here 3 divided by 10 equal to 0. So our condition is false. So we will come out of the loop. After that, we will return the sum. Here our sum value is now 3. So it's correct. Please do like and share this video and subscribe our channel for more these types of questions and solutions. Thank you for watching.